Alright, well, whatever. Ugh. This is being a real pain in the ass. But hopefully this will work the way it's supposed to. One more check of something else. How are we doing? Yeah, we good. Okay. Well, anyway. Okay, I have to make an honest college try to get to the end of the universe here. Or whatever I'm doing in this thing. Because I'm pretty good at this game now, and I feel like the only time that I really fail is when I'm not paying attention. So we'll see how distracted I get on this run. Already not looking too good. Oh, through the bomb field, where they grow the bombs. I don't think that's going to be your thing, guy. Alright, got him. Alright, so anyway. I guess the Jurassic Park trailer is semi-big news. Kind of big news. Boy. Just nothing to say about that, so great thing to bring up. Not a huge fan of Jurassic World. I mean, especially something like Jurassic Park, which is, you know, just the whole franchise is a huge thing. Movies are a business. These aren't, you know, faux films. So commercialism is always going to take precedence over any other concern, but they just were so... They didn't even wait for them to be good to, like, pour them out this time around. I just felt like the world was very empty artistically, and of course we are talking about a computer dinosaur movie, but, you know, I'm sure you've done this as well, but you sit around with your friends, and either because there have been no, there's no Lost World yet, you know, if you're really old, or Jurassic Park 3, and you sit around and you come up with sequels, anything that you would have came up with would have been better than, you know, what they did. And so I just think that it is a universe that has potential for stories still, and stuff is it's just not there. They're just not living up to that. They are not answering the call and the promise of the Jurassic Park universe. And this looks like the same thing. Yeah, same to you. Engine and sensors managed, so things are going good. This might not be that run I was talking about where I make it to the end. And so anyway, yeah, I mean, it just looks bad. I mean, it's going to be visually impressive like every single stupid movie is now that we... Yeah. That we praise, but we kind of tisk and we say we wish they were better. So I just wish that they could make something good out of this. And, you know, Marvel Studios has become the rich, successful sibling that you hate. And your parents are always like, oh, why can't you be like so-and-so? Because they really, so-and-so has really figured it out. Like, so-and-so's doing a great job. Everything looks good. Everything kind of goes together and makes sense, and they're entertaining, and yet they deliver on the spectacle as well, and I just don't know why. I mean, yeah, clearly, the guy from the Book of Henry was not the guy that was going to see that through and carry it forward, but... yeah, don't get me started on that. So, anyway, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Blue's doing okay. The entire movie is supposed to, at least a major plot point, is supposed to center around the fate of Blue. So I hope that that works out for everybody involved, but mostly the audience. So that's something. You know, something that we talked about on our last show that has developed since then, and I'm sure we're going to talk about on our next show, is the development of the whole Bryan Singer situation, which is not good. It's not looking good. I don't know all the details, and so I can't, and I won't say too much. But we had talked about him being AWOL, that is absent, from the set of the Freddie Mercury biopic, and just like the next day after our show came out, it was reported that he had been dropped. The studio had just let him go. So he ain't on the film no more, and they've brought somebody else in to replace him. Name is escaping me right now. Not a name that I know. And, ooh, a DNA. Okay, so I gotta get these DNA fragments, and I gotta take them to the end of the galaxy, or whatever it is. Or maybe I'm thinking of FTL, but this is like FTL, only way better. Sorry. Shots fired. Lasers fired at FTL. But anyway, so they got this new guy. He is a director, I guess, of some stuff, but he's also a performer, and he's real... he's real... distinctive looking, which has nothing to do with anything. But anyway, so we'll see what he does with it. They didn't pull a Disney, like when they bring in Ron Howard or somebody that owes him a favor, to add a little cachet to the project. So yeah, because I don't know who this guy is, so that's not cachet. But yeah, they're going to continue it. Singer, in a statement, said effectively that you know, you can't fire me, I quit. But mostly, the thrust of his statement was that he had asked, he was having family issues. That's what he reported initially when he was not showing up. And he had a sick parent, I think, or a family member. And so in his statement, he said that he had tried to work with Fox and get them to let him take some extra time to care for this family member, and they basically said no. So that's his side of the story, and Fox's side is, you're not around, so we're going to let you go. If that's what's going on there. It is Fox, right? So I have to speculate that it remains to be seen what's going to happen with his involvement with X-Men. I mean, he's not directing the next X-Men. That's Simon Kinberg, longtime producer. Which I'll talk about in a sec. But I'm assuming he's a producer still, right? I mean, just kind of originating the series, get your name in there. So maybe he'll still be producer in name. Or maybe they'll work it out, and, you know, he's not doing that film anymore. But this seems like a nice time to call it quits in your professional association. And then, of course, in the wake of all this, and again, this is another thing that I don't have a lot of information to hand without something I can look at, but I know that one of his previous accusers in his ongoing, whatever you want to call it, sort of misconduct suit has filed a new suit where it's basically revived this thing with him, so... You know, sorrows come in battalions, as they say, although maybe they should if some of the things that he has said that he's done, or they have said that he's done, are true. So, looking bad, real bad. Bad news for Bryan Singer. Let's see what happens with that. Slow time. I have the power to just watch somebody die. Slow motion. Hey, it's cool. Yeah, so, Phoenix, the Phoenix film. It's going to come out. There's been some screenshots of that, and I think kind of like, you know, little plot details. And I think apparently the movie is going to open or immediately go to space. So they're in space somehow. Oh, spoilers, I guess, if you don't want to know anything about the Dark Phoenix film. And they get hit with a solar flare or something like that. So that causes Jean Grey, her powers to go nuts. Oh, looks like I'm getting some help. Thank you. Sorry to shoot you. What's a little laser between friends? And so she becomes, you know, more powerful, Phoenixy, and she's got to deal with that. And yeah, that's done right. Nobody has mentioned Shi'ar. I would think that if you had like bird aliens in your film, you'd want to get those out there in the promotional material real fast, assuming that you were proud of them, which you should be, because bird aliens, cool. Almost as cool as bear aliens, or bear aliens. But yeah, so I don't know. To me, this sounds like. Oh, that's my DNA. That's my DNA. Gotcha. This just sounds like really rushed, and I mean it is rushed because these things come out 18 months apart, 2 years. Oh, don't get killed by your clone. Embarrassing. But I don't know. It just seems like, yeah, she's you know, she's in space. Yeah, she's a space thing, and she gets hit. But the solar flare, sun, yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, but that was kind of, you know, in the comic, she like blows up a sun and like destroys a planet. So is that where you got that from? Is that what you were thinking? I think it really matches really well. I mean, you can't do. Well, actually, what's stopping them? They own all the things they need to do an actual or very close translation, right? I mean, you get Gladiator and the Imperial Guard and Lalandra. Speaking of Lalandra, apparently Jessica Chastain, not Lalandra, or at least not Lalandra as we know. The material that came out references her, or refers to her as a shape-shifting alien. Awesome. Great. Don't we have a shapeshifter already? So I don't know what's going on with that. She's got blonde hair. She does not look like a bird. She will not fly away. So I don't know. Frustrated. It would be awesome if they could get one good one in before this whole Marvel and Fox deal happens, which kind of seems like it's getting real now. Because the talks have continued, and I read a thing, or kind of glanced at an article that said that like bankers are involved. It's one thing for a bunch of guys, you know, with cigars and three-piece suits, and of course blue shirts, blue Oxford shirts, white collars. That's how you know they're real rich. And of course the obligatory cigars. It's one thing to have them be talking at Spagos over, hey, maybe we'll get these things together, make a ton of money. But apparently the bankers, who are the real heroes and foot soldiers in this, are getting together. So they are actually talking about assets now, what's going where. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, it is the rumored fact that, hold on, can't talk, must shoot. Got it. The fact that Fox has apparently been in talks with Marvel Studios, that is to say Disney, to unload 21st Century Fox, which is their film division, and TV? Like that. TV? Is it TV? I don't know. I don't. The upshot that everybody is excited about is that that means that all that was close. All Fox stuff will be owned by Disney, which means you'll have the possibility to do Fox comic book Marvel movies will become, in all cases, Disney films, which means X-Men and, I guess, 2004 in the Marvel Studios universe. I want it. You want it. We all want it. It'll be good. I've heard, and I believe this too, that the downside of this is that, so apparently Fox wants to kind of get out of the movie game, and it's not unprecedented. I mean, this happens. You know, Columbia, TriStar, you know, movie studios like buy each other. You don't see RKO around anymore. So things like this happen. It's just that Fox has been around for so long, you know, and it remains to be seen whether they'll keep, you know, the masthead as 20th or 21st Century Fox. I kind of have a feeling that they will. It's kind of like sticking Lucasfilm on the front of a Star Wars movie. Or maybe not. You know, Marvel sure likes to, I didn't want to slow time. Now I'm going super fast. While time is slow, you can miss the gel that much faster. Like a streak going by and not picking up anything. Marvel sure loves to put their little flippy logo trailer in front of all their films, so who knows how They did keep the Lucasfilm for Star Wars, though. So, yeah, we're one step closer to Disney owning everything. That is bad. That's not as good as you think it is. And then also, like I was saying before, Fox wants to get out of the movie business, and they want to focus on the sports and the news business. Oh, boy. So, you know, I don't know what your political leanings are, but, you know, any one corporation or news network or outlet having too much power is probably not a good thing. And so Disney will be giving billions of dollars to Fox to prop up Fox News for the rest of time, essentially, or at least until the next century, 22nd century Fox. So yeah, I don't know. Do you want to make this deal with this devil? that soul donut, so delicious, but can you really finish it if you have sold your soul to get the X-Men fighting the Avengers? Oh, God, please don't make your first project. That's the first thing that'll happen. They'll close this deal. Fiscal years. Where are we at in the fiscal year? Anyway, I think my prediction, they'll close this deal before the end of the year. No problem. And then, I don't know, maybe they'll wait until D23, which would be a little while, but you'll see Kevin Feige in his Marvel Studios hat, and he'll announce Avengers vs. X-Men, the franchise, which of course, you know, is not legally binding in any way. I remember when they, was it 2014, where they announced all the slate of Marvel films, and we saw, ooh, Captain America Serpent Society. Can't wait for that one. Yeah, that didn't happen, so. But can you blame him? Yes, you absolutely can. Serpent Society would be a great game. Movie. Or a game. Actually, Captain America Serpent Society game. Make it happen. Speaking of Marvel games, I am currently trying to make it to the end of the universe with a full tank of DNA. You know what I mean? And that's cool and all. But in the future on these streams, I'm planning on having a like a Wheel of Fortune type thing, if you will. So I will spin the wheel. Oh, that was a Corvette. I thought I was heading for like a dumb base. I'm in a lot of trouble. I ain't gonna make it. And on the wheel, I'll have different selections of stuff that I keep the mind between me and them, because they're so dumb they'll run right into it. Hey, wasn't a me. Okay, that's not working. Anyway, yeah. So there's a wheel. On it, you can spin it. Well, I'll be spinning it. Maybe I'll let viewers spin it later. And it's got a bunch of different games, all of which are, there's some new, some old games. They're all things that I'm behind in, and I really got to finish. And to make it fair, some of the games I want to play, some I don't want to play. There's quick games that you don't want to play on there, because that's just what you do. That's just how it works. And me not having fun is valid entertainment. Because the internet. And so we'll put that up. Okay, come on, I got weapons I'm not using. I got missiles. I got all kinds of stuff. Come get me. Gotcha. Oh yeah, you didn't think I got one of those, huh? Oh. Money. What else is newsy? Oh, I know. So speaking of movies and trailers and information and stuffs, oh my dear Lord, you guys, have you seen? If you haven't, take my word for it. LeVar Burton style. Go to YouTube and check out the Battle Angel Alita trailer, or I should say, because we can't have those things, Alita Battle Angel trailer. It is the adaptation of the manga being produced by James Cameron and directed by Robert Rodriguez, because that's a thing. No, I like Robert Rodriguez, but come on. Would you run out of Spy Kids? Is you out of Spy Kids? Anyway, yeah, this is going to be a real thing. It's a real movie. I have not... I remember hearing about it. It's not like I've been, you know, keeping tabs on it. But I was surprised when I saw this trailer. You guys got to watch it because it's already the talk of some corners of YouTube. It features an actress named Rosa Salazar, who I was not intimately familiar with, but not really all that familiar with her. In the title role of Alita, and they've given her this like weird bug-eyed like anime eye look. Patrick Tomlinson, a comedian and author, I'd like to say friend of the show, maybe an enemy of the show, think about that, described her as like living life with an iPhone filter stuck on. Like she's doing an anime face or something, and that's a good description. It is freakishly weird, and she's the first thing you see in this trailer. So, you know, like I said, not keeping track of the film, so I thought, oh, okay, this is like an animated thing. Okay, I didn't catch that. No, it's not. It stars Christoph Waltz, who, by the way, Christoph. You ever hear that, like, you know, other countries get like things a few years later than we do, fashions and stuff like that? So they're probably just getting out of the Rachel. You're probably seeing the Rachel haircut a lot in Germany. Well, apparently it goes the same with their movie stars, because it looks like after winning 2 Oscars, Christoph Waltz could basically write his own ticket in Hollywood, and he's choosing to work with all these directors who are real hot, like, not quite 10 years ago. So he lucked out with Tarantino. Well, he lucked out, of course, with Tarantino, who is one of those guys who, you know, is definitely still hot, but he was, you know, hot 20 years ago. And so that's kind of worked out for him, but then you hear like, oh, sure, I'll make a Terry Gilliam movie. Yeah, that didn't go too well. And so now he's making a Robert Rodriguez movie. So hot. Somebody tell this guy, you stop this. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to do these movies. You don't have to work with quote-unquote big directors. I feel like you were spending like your capital. Kind of like how Chris Pratt is spending his capital. Like, the guy lived in his van for a couple of years, and now he's popular, and he's like, I'm going to work anything that comes my way. Biggest paychecks, biggest franchises, whatever, I'll do it. And that's not working out either. So anyway, yeah, Christoph Waltz is in it. Jennifer Connelly, I could tell her the same thing. Just, you know, pick good stuff. Don't just do whatever comes across the plate just because it's got a name attached to it. Anyway, so they're in it, and they look totally normal. Totally normal faces. There are other... It's about, you know, it's set in the future. It's about cyborgs and robots and stuff. There are other people who have, like, robot bodies or heads or whatever, arms, who look totally normal. But for some reason, Rosa Salazar's character, the titular Alita, has this weird-ass anime, like, Tintin face. She looks insane. Completely insane. And, yeah, okay, you hold up the comic book and you look at, or the manga, and you hold that up to the screen, sure, that fits. But then all the other characters need to be stylized as well. She's the only stylized character. It was a dumb decision. And it comes from, I think, Cameron sinking $1 billion into these, you know, facial capture cameras for Avatar and being like, well, let's just use it on that. And no, terrible idea. She looks horrific. And I've already seen people touting, oh, you know, it's the Uncanny Valley. She's fallen into the Uncanny Valley. This is not the Uncanny Valley. That has nothing to do with it. The Uncanny Valley is you trying to make something appear human and failing, or at least failing in such a way, even in a slight way, that it doesn't translate. It falls into this valley. What we think of, or what we perceive as, believable human. And oh my god. And this is just oh my god without even hitting human. It just, yeah, I don't. Not a fan. So I don't know. maybe if I watch the trailer a couple more times, I'll kind of get into it. But they want to really. Here's something else that could be good, could be bad. Oh, my sensors are broken, aren't they? Could be good, could be bad. The fact that it seems like they are very closely adapting the first couple storylines, which I'd actually tell them this is one of those things where I think you can just play with it. You know, just play with it. Have her be discovered by Ito, and then cut right to. Don't wait for the second movie for Motorball. Just get right to Motorball. In fact, make it a Motorball movie. Cause awesome. But okay, DNA and ancient weapons or ancient artifacts. This is gonna be. If I live, this is gonna be worth it. Cut right to the good stuff. I say maybe a couple missiles to mess with this guy. We'll see what that does. I think this is the end of Little Rico. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I can try my best, but they're gonna destroy my hull real nice here. What was I saying? Motorball, get right to it. Yeah. Unless I can override the blob guy. Let me see if I can finish my thought about Battle Angel Alita. While dying. I think I'll be able to. Hey, I don't have to take this. I'll just run away. Right, so anyway, Battle Angel Alita. Looks like they're very faithfully adapting it. We see the junkyard, or the scrapyard. We see a trader, which I'm going to go to. There's this villain who is this the guy who is the head that just burrows into other people's bodies? Can't remember his name. I think that's the first villain. But he's got the hand that can be like a blade or chain weapon. That's all there. I can't find the trader because my stupid thing doesn't work. And that's fine. I don't think that that's like a super good storyline, though. I mean, he's an alright bad guy, I guess. And then also it's got the oh man, Hell Sector. You are there. It's got the storyline where she meets the little kid too, who wants to go to Typheria so bad. And he seems to be in that. He's also played by a normal guy. So you've got a situation where you've got an actress with crazy face who's acting against a guy with normal face. And you want us to want them to get together, but I'm like, I don't mean to be racist against crazy faces, but shouldn't she be with a crazy face guy? You just don't believe it. If you just saw like a nice, you know, cute actress and a nice cute actor and they had a little teenage love story, I just feel like that would be better. So, I don't know. How is the rest of it? Fine. Not bad, actually. There are not enough combat sequences for my taste or in my mind, because that's kind of what we're there for the Panzerkunst. Come for the Motorball, stay for the Panzerkunst. And that's unfortunate. Here's something else that's unfortunate. Where's this freaking traitor? Okay. Hey, I found him. It's just... sadly, it's on a service station. I guess a shield booster is probably my best bet. And then just bounce, cuz... Bounce, cuz... And boost, because he's going to kill me before I even get out of here. Made it. And I'm out of fuel, too. I swear, the other night I was doing great. So, I'm going to kiss this DNA. Come on, this ain't going to work. I think I need nano bots. Well, what's broken here? Sensors, yeah. I got crystals. I got soap. I got dog poopy. All I need is nanobots. So I'm gonna need containers, which means a wreck or derelicts. Derelicts. Oh, that's gonna spell the end real quick. Let's boost the shields and see what we got. Sensors don't work, so I don't know if I'll even be able to see things. Derelict. Ahaha! Nano, yay! Shoot a missile! In celebration. Okay. Hull's back. Got sensors on. Looking better. And this sector is the worst, so we should probably leave. Scrap, don't care. Fuel, need it. Missed it. We're good at that. Oh, there's a bomb. Oh, I wasn't quite done over there. Oh boy. What else? Any Night Vale fans out there? I guess looking to Night Vale's getting a TV deal. And some more books as well. Night Vale is funny. I mean, it is literally funny, but oh, I'm totally dead. Believe. Believe. Clap if you believe. I need better stuffs than that. When in doubt, move on. Not enough fuel. I've been off of Night Vale for more than a year now, and it's too bad. I really liked it, like everybody did. I've met Cecil, actually. He's a really nice guy. He's really talented. And I just, maybe it was having to keep track of all the stuff, or I think they're, I can't even remember. It's like I said, it's been a while since I really followed it, but their output kind of dipped for a while. Maybe that's what, or they started the Alice doesn't live here, or Alice doesn't live, or whatever the other thing is. They're getting into the books and stuff, and I just kind of dropped off. So, and something that I noticed, and I think this is great, but it makes me wonder about the long-term viability of the brand, which is now going to be a TV show with more books over it. So what I know is that it's, you know, it's a lot of young people. It's like the Tumblr generation, which is that even anymore? Which I think is cool, but if you were an executive, how can you... Dang. Do you get that these kids are going to grow up? I call it strong bad syndrome. Right? Huge. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. And then the guys behind it are like, well, can't make any money off of it. And I don't know the exact story, but it was either we don't want to sell it to Cartoon Network, or Cartoon Network realizes that, you know, is there a lot of worth in this? And then nothing comes out of it. And those guys, you know, they have, you know, real deal jobs. I'm sure they're doing fine, but there isn't any more strongman around. Too bad. And so I don't know if this is like another compensation, like, oh, we missed out on strong bad. Actually, nothing. You can't ever miss out on strong bad. They can just try to buy it from those guys again. So I don't know. All this comes from the fact that I don't listen to Night Vale anymore, so apparently I think that nobody else does. But if you do, let me know. And let me know if I should get back into it. I think I left somewhere around the time that, what's her name? I was fighting the librarians. If that tells you anything. They have this one show that they did. I saw one of their live shows. They have this one show that they did.
Will prove useful.
and I saw it like 3 or 4, or heard it 3 or 4 times because it was their live show. I was like, I get it. I don't now remember the girl's name, but she's good at killing librarians. Now that. Alright, I think we're almost done here. So one of the things I like about this game is that, you know, the threshold for success is kind of low, so you can be doing real bad, and it doesn't take much to get out of that situation, to come back. And then, just as quickly, you can die almost immediately if you get into a situation like the one I'm in right now. Cocky equals death in Everspace. Do I have a scattergun? I do! Which, sadly, is not as good as you'd expect it to be for clearing this stuff. Okay, nooks and crannies, and then we gotta get out of here, because I bet the Okar are hot on potatoes. Minesweeper. Ooh, I wonder if anybody streams Minesweeper. I watch that. Actually, somebody totally does. Oh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That's terrible. Come on. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's go. Eat here, get gas. Ooh, that's a lot of gas.